Hello and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. I'm Mara28 and we are here to do some more building. I want to go ahead and apologize for missing last episode of Agrarian Skies. I logged in and I had no idea what the heck I wanted to do. And after about half an hour of going durr, I realized that maybe, I just shouldn't record. And I decided to skip it. And I'm sorry about that. This one even actually will be going out a little bit late, since by the time I have time to start this, it's going to be way later than what I normally am used to in terms of recording time. Kind of like that color. So what we're doing today, we have the grindhouse here, as I mentioned the previous episode. It is working fantastically. I think that's Jussie. Yeah, Jussie Jack just died. We have the grindhouse, it's working great. We need to make its counterpart, the spawn house, which is where we're going to be able to take things in with the MFR auto spawner and spawn them to get their specific items, like, say, gas tiers or blaze rods, stuff like that. Or if I find a really good monster, player to capture that has good drops to them as well. Mostly, though, it's going to be things for, like, gas tiers and blaze rods. Alright, so to save everybody's sanity as well as my own, I'm not going to be focusing too much on the building aspect of the spawning chamber today. I'm actually going to take care of that off camera. So right now what we're going to do, we're going to work on the bits and pieces that'll make it work. So general idea of what I want to do, I want to be able to have a centralized mob spawner in the center of this building, and I'd like to have it so that I don't need to go inside of the chamber to insert or remove the safari nets. So keeping that in mind, the best way that I'm thinking of doing this is using the item retrievers from thermodynamics and some basic redstone to control whether or not something is sucking a safari net into itself or ejecting it from itself. Well, actually, it's two things sucking for it to work. One will be sucking while the other isn't. That way there's always a state of one of these devices will be trying to fill itself up with something. Anyway. To do this, I need a little bit of Thaumcraft. The main reason for that is that there is no red alloy wire in this. Yeah, so the closest thing that we can get to red alloy wire in this particular pack is going to be red crystal, which, while it does work, it can't be hidden by any sort of facade or microblock in here. Red crystal, one word? Yeah, there it is. So that does work, but it's not quite what I want. There is something else in here, though, that is a remote comparator. I think that might actually work. This is, I believe, is usually intended for working with inventories, but I think it could also just read redstone signals. And if that's the case, this is exactly what I need. Honestly, don't know, so we're going to be playing a little bit of experimentation today. They're fairly easy to get started and make this. I should probably get a water source over there. Going to regret making this later. Alright, let's get a bucket. Some redstone. Sure. And we need glass. More than enough. Alright, so to make actual red crystal, it's pretty simple enough. I've actually already gotten the research. It is one redstone and one vitreous inside of a crucible. You can get this from a single block of glass. So, I mean, it's redstone glass. Get you that. Easy stuff. I'm going to need about 5 of these, I think. Let's see. Because the resonating was actually one of the things I was looking at getting. These do work, and these go through blocks, but they have to have line of sight. So it's not quite what I want. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and make... Actually, no. If this works the way I think it does, I only need 3 of these. So we'll just make 3. Let's go ahead and put down the barrel. And I don't think mobs can spawn on that, can they? That was the wrong button. Nothing funky in the sky, right? Okay, we're good. So, it's the one reason I do not like these things. Instead of, like, filling the bucket in slot, it destroys the bucket and then gives you a filled one. Functionally, it works just the same. In practice, it's really annoying, because, like, when you notice we just filled the crucible, right? It didn't move the bucket. That moves the bucket. It's a little thing to be complaining about, but I'm complaining about it because I like complaining. Alright, so seriously though, we're going to need 3 of those, and 3 of these. So, oh, Nope, there's stuff in there we don't want in there now. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we now have the red crystal. Fantastic. We also need to, let's put a cap on this. That stuff can never come out. That can't possibly go wrong. Alright. My little spawn chamber backed up a little tiny bit. I've taken measures to ensure this stuff will kill out, though. Alright, so got the red crystal. We are also going to need to get some shards. Do I have any in here? Well, searching for hards is not going to give me what I want, though it's, did remind me I do need some spider eyes. I need at least one of these guys. I have lapis, so that's good. I need some of the glass I already have, so we're okay on that. And let's see, what else? Sandstone. It's the easiest way I know of to get some shards. And a hammer. Alright, so that's 3 shards. That should be more than enough for what we need today. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not the chiseled sandstone, that's right. Poop. It's just regular sandstone slabs. Let's try this again. I just heard something break over there. I'm not quite sure what that was, actually. It's very disconcerting. Well, there's nothing in there according to the map, so I guess we're okay. There we go. That's the kind of shards I wanted. Alright, so we got that. We'll also need to get some stone, which I had been in mass production mode because I ran out. And by mass production, I mean I just turned an igneous extruder on. I can speak, I promise. I turned one of them on and just left it running. Eventually, it's going to threaten to fill up my inventory, but that's okay. Alright, so let's get some arcane stone blocks. That's... Where did you come from? Seriously, where did you come from? Oh, the lag is real. You should be dead by now. Okay, where did he come from? Okay, that sound was him breaking this torch, right? Oh, on top of the barrels and the entire... Oh my... I'm such a noob. Alright, so the zombie apocalypse aside, we have our remote comparator here. I just have this little setup here because I'm actually not... I don't think this will work the way I want it to, thinking on it. If we go ahead and check out the Thaumonomicon here, it says, it outputs a signal based on a block's inventory or other status, just like a redstone comparator, but doesn't have to be next to the block. So that's good, right? The problem is the description for it is extremely heavy on the item side of it. There are multiple ways that you can use a comparator in vanilla Minecraft. One of them is to indeed get the signal strength, the general fill percentage of an inventory, outputted as a redstone signal, which yes, that works. The other thing you can use it for is to actually get the signal strength of redstone that is being put into a block. And that is what I need. I don't need to monitor an inventory, I need to get the signal strength off of a block, and I have a feeling this won't work. So just to test this, we have the crystalline eye right here. We're just going to go ahead and link to this case and then put it in the comparator. And that works. This comes on almost immediately, so it does work. Let's go ahead and clear that. Now we're going to link to the stone block right there, which should be getting a full redstone signal. And nada. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so thankfully it has stopped raining, so we're currently inside of the little spawn chamber. Everything's going okay. What we're going to be doing, since we couldn't use the remote comparator, it just won't work, we're going to be using resonating red crystals. And yes, I could have used these before. The reason I did not want to use these was because they take up a bit of space. Just a tiny little bit of space. And okay, there it is. So we're just going to put that on the roof there, and then we're going to have a thing of red crystal coming down the wall here. I think that'll connect across, because I know I can't put one like that. That's in the wrong spot. Alright. Let's go ahead and get these back. I can just use a pick on these fine. Alright, so we have that stuff running up the wall and putting down, so that should be okay. What that's going to transmit is the status of this lever. Right? Oh, I need to put that there as well. And it looks like that is indeed receiving power, so that's good. That does work. I mean, that's not so bad, really. And that should be well out of the monster spawn range, and I'm pretty sure that they're not going to target that stuff. We're also going to go ahead and get a resonant retriever right here. I really don't need a resonant one, I just had the Enderium, and these things are a little bit faster and a little bit better than the other alternatives. We're going to go ahead and tell it to retrieve Safari nets. We want it to ignore NBT. And I don't think metadata comes into play with this. It's a whitelist. Alright, and it should only be like doing one at a time. Alright, total items in inventory, 1. Alright, so what that will do is it should, oh yeah, and we want to set the signal. See, this is on. Whenever we hit the lever, we want it to actually go off. Alright, so it should only pull to it when the lever is off, right? So that sounds good. And what we're going to do is this thing right here is actually going to run over to the auto spawner. Let's go ahead and poke a hole in the floor. This episode is going to be going out way, way late. I keep getting distracted while trying to record it. It's probably going to be like a 10 o'clock at night episode. I am so sorry. Anyway, so we're going to have these come up here, so that's good. And we're just basically going to continue this down through the floor. And let's step outside and go into the sub-basement. You know what? I need to make a staircase for this thing. There we go. So we got that, that's fine. I have seriously broken Simply jetpacks. They no longer make sound. Let's see, it's 3 over, so it's coming through right here is where the signal should be transmitting. That crunch you heard was my ankles. Alright. That should be okay. The only thing I worry about is I don't think I can get that signal into that stupid thing right there. Tell you what, if I do it from the bottom, I can do that. I can just make these into a facade and cover it up that way. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so it can't actually go up through here. It's got to go to the bottom. Break all of the blocks. And if we're going to do that, we might as well... Oh, we might as well break it. Okay, let's try this again. So this is going to be coming up the bottom. No. There we go, like that. It's got to go like that because I have to be able to get a redstone signal right under the bottom of this stupid duct. So that's good. We'll put that in. This is getting messier by the day. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact opposite of what we did on this one. So we're going to put it on the retriever. We are going to tell it to do 1. Just 1, please. 1, ignore, well, no. Ignore, There we go. Ignore MBT. Safari Net. Whitelist. And this one's going to take redstone high. So whenever that signal is on, it's going to suck stuff into it. Whenever the signal's off, this will stop sucking, and that one will start sucking. So pretty basic redstone stuff. And then what we're going to have to do is come on over. Let's simplify this path a little tiny bit. The least amount of curves and stuff to it, the better. Alright, so that's easy. Our signal is going to come down through this hole right here. I don't have anything fancy to put it on, so we're just going to be using the stone. So it's going to come through here. Alright, that's good. It's going to land on top of this red crystal right here, which it did. Good. We can go ahead and plug this hole back up. And we still get a signal. And then we're just going to basically run this over here like this. Let's see, and I think I need to like run this into a... I don't know if that'll go up. I think we'll be okay. And then basically we're just going to take this along the way like this. Did the signal strength die out on this? 9. It's not transmitting to that. Okay, now it's working. So that now shows that it is good and it's powered on, so it should be actively pulling in any Safari nets that are in the system to itself. I overlooked a really basic feature of how retrievers and in general thermodynamics pipes work. If it's an input pipe using retriever, it is only an input pipe. It's an input side or whatever. So to do insertion and retrieval out of one inventory, I need 2 connections. So in this case, that means I have to have the retriever on one side and then just a generic pipe connection on the other. And that same holds true for the auto spawner. So I actually have 3 connections on this. I have the flux-plated fluid duct right here, which is going to be for mob essence and power. On the bottom, we have the retriever that's being controlled by redstone. And here is just a item duct to allow the pulling of items out of it. It also has the added benefit of keeping it symmetrical, and I like that. Otherwise, this is actually pretty nice. As an example, I have in here a, this is a Safari Net, I think with a chicken. Yeah, Safari Net chicken, yeah. So let's go ahead, close that, and we can eject it into the system. It's going to take a little bit to actually get over here because I'm just using standard stock item ducts. I could make it a little bit faster if I switch these up to impulse, which I may do later. But for the most part, it works just as you would expect. And as soon as I turn off the signal, there we go, it is going to actually get pulled out of there and come all the way back over here to the case. So this is complete remote operation to this. We don't need to go into the spawn chamber. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The only thing I'm really going to need now at this point is a chest. And chest. There we go. And this is just so that I can get the output items. I could probably make this look a little bit fancier, but at this point I don't care. I think what we'll do for the sake of keeping things looking somewhat similar, I'll make another pedestal type thing for this and just have it come up the bottom here. There we go. So now items that eject outside of the grinders are going to end up in this chest right here. So that's good. I think the only thing we really have left to do to this is to hook up the power and the fluid, and then we will be golden. Or rather, we'll be something. I don't know quite what we'll be, but we'll be it. Alright. So we need to tie into the mob essence production that's over here at the grind house. See, that's item ducts. I left my fluid ducts in my ME system. The ones I have on me are temperate. I think they'll be fine, but I honestly don't know. So rather than risk it, we're just going to use the proper ones. Blue ducks, item ducks. We don't need any more of those. We don't need those. We will need these. Don't need those. Let's go ahead and make some more flux ducks, actually. Oh yeah, I took all the redstone out. That was a mistake. There we go. So the auto spawner we are going to put into our main power grid. I'm not making a little one-off setup to do itself. So that would take too much work. Apparently we're only getting 18 more. That should be enough. I hope it'll be enough. And we're getting peckish. We better hurry up so we can make all the chicken we want. Alright, so let's come on down here. Alright, so there is a line that is carrying both power and mob essence running roughly this way. So we're just going to take advantage of this open hole, or what is actually to be an open hole. Alright, so we see that fluid duct right there? That is our ooey gooey mob essence. That is the stuff that we need, and we need oh so bad. Hopefully my jetpack does not fail me. It's always a little nervous doing that. And in a second, okay, there we go. We're going to go blazing through the sky. Let's go ahead and close that back up. That is our safety block in case something happens to the topiary grass, that we don't fall through it. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, I do care about that. It's got a loop. I don't like the loop. That is the worst pipe work you will ever see. And I probably just lost a bucket's worth of mob essence. Alright. Let's hook that back up. You should be filling up with mob essence, right? Oh yeah, you're good. Fantastic. Alright, so we got that. And for the sake of symmetry, do we have a power line that's going along this way? I think we do. I think it's actually behind the item duct. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there is. There's one right behind that duct. Let's go down. Okay, we're going to need to finish that connection on the other side. You know, if I had used more of those fluctuating ducts, I probably could have just ran it across. I don't care. We're going for full-on messy basement. Oh, I didn't need to jag it over. I just about did something really stupid. I didn't check to make sure that was actually turned off. Alright, so that's good. This is still a safe area now. Let's get out of here. We're not going to be going in there for quite a while now. That's pretty much all set up good to go. Alright, so, okay, this is safely off, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get some bricks to close this up. We don't ever need to go in there. Alright, brown. Okay, I do have some, that's good. All of you guys just go away. I'm sure I'll use you at a later point. I don't need you now, though. Oh, no, I needed that. Tile? Yeah, there it is. Because I need to actually make a pedestal / plinth. That is not a structural duct. That is a structural duct. Okay, now you can go away. all go away. People often ask me, how do you know what you're going to do? The answer is, I don't. For now, I'm just going to leave that hole there for me to fall in. There we go. So we have the insertion device and the retrieval device. Alright. Now, I'm honestly not sure if these will function regardless of light level, so we're going to find out. Alright, so now what should happen after we get this connected is as soon as we hit that lever, we should start getting chicken spawns. Oh, the chicken spawns we shall have. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of flux leakage. The last thing I need is this getting tainted. Alright, and then just like that. Where's the hole at? Alright, so here's the ultimate test. Will this work? Okay, inject the safari net. And now we wait. I think the light may actually stop it from happening. See either that or the, Oh, no, there it goes! We have Death Chamber. I repeat, we have Death Chamber. Hello, any more? Well, something killed it and we didn't get a drop. Oh, there we go. We got a feather and raw chicken. Awesome. Got another one in there. Alright, so this is working. This is awesome. And I think that is a pretty neat thing to get built today. Definitely I need to invest in the impulse item ducts because that's just so slow. But I am very, very happy with this. And let's just go ahead and turn it off. And then we're going to go ahead and get the safari net. Bam. Awesome. Alright, so I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this kind of derpy episode of Agrarian Skies 2. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below, and I will see you next time with a little bit more Skyblock action.